On. Recording. Good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our May 19th Dunellen Borough Council meeting. Our first item on the agenda is a call to order and rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 2 on the agenda is the reading of the Sunshine Statement and roll call by our municipal clerk, Mrs. Lauren Statz.
This meeting of the Dunellen Borough Council is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law. This meeting of May 19th, 2025 was included in a list of meetings that was advertised in the Courier on January 9th, 2025, and as a teleconference was noticed on the official Dunellen website on May 16th, 2025, and on the public bulletin board on North Ave on May 16th, 2025, and has remained continuously posted as a required notice. Mayor Salento,
Present.
Council President Sigmund,
Here.
Mrs. Albertson,
Here.
Mrs. Lance,
Here.
Mrs. Rios,
Here.
Mr. Scott,
Here.
and Mr. Vandermark.
Here virtually. Hello.
Note him absent since we can't hear
We
him.
can't hear, we're gonna have to note him absent. Okay. Item number 3 on the agenda is proclamations. This meeting, we have a proclamation designating the week of May 18th to the 24th as Emergency Medical Services Week. So we have a proclamation. We have members of our local EMS. So if everybody would join us up front, I'll read the proclamation and we'll present it to you. That proclamation to designate the week of May 18th to the 24th of 2025 as Emergency Medical Services Week. Whereas emergency medical services are a vital public service, and whereas the members of emergency medical services teams are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness or injury. And whereas emergency medical services have grown to fill a gap in providing important out-of-hospital care, including preventative medicine, follow-up care, and access to health medicine. And whereas the emergency medical services system consists of first responders, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, emergency medical dispatchers, firefighters, police officers, educators, administrators, pre-hospital nurses, emergency physicians, trained members of the public, and other out-of-hospital medical care providers. The list is pretty long. Whereas the members of emergency medical services team, whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills. And whereas the official theme of EMS Week 2025 is "We Care for Everyone." Now, therefore, be proclaimed that I, Mayor Jason S. Salento, of the Dunellen Borough Council, recognize May 18th to May 24th as EMS Week in the Borough of Dunellen, and encourage residents to join us in celebrating the many ways the Dunellen Rescue Squad serves our community with courage, compassion, and commitment each and every day. Underneath my signature, this May 19th of 2025. So thank you all for the work that you do and the service you provide our community. And then, Hey. David, keep ready to do it if you work. As our, the banner heading on our, well, letterhead says. Toughest job is you'll never get paid for. Volunteer EMS is very difficult. We have a lot that we have to put into trying to take care of the health needs of all of our patients and respond to them. Great to be recognized for this. I thank everybody for the recognition that the town has given us. We are. There's very few people in today's day and age that want to take their time, spend a large portion volunteering and giving out to others. I am very proud of every person that has ever served on this department. Great. Thank you, sir.
Okay, item number 4 on the agenda is the approval of our meeting minutes from our May 5th meeting. Can I have a motion in a second, please?
Move it, Sigmund.
Second, Rios.
Any comments, additions, or edits as the meeting minutes currently stand? Okay, roll call, please.
Mrs. Albertson,
Yes.
Mrs. Lance,
Yes.
Mrs. Rios,
Yes.
Mr. Scott,
Yes.
and Mr. Sigmund.
Yes.
Item number 5 on the agenda is the introduction of ordinances. We have 2 this evening, 2025-13, an ordinance determining salaries for the Borough of Dunellen, and 2025-14, an ordinance approving a 5-year tax exemption for a new multiple dwelling rental project constructed by 337 Front Street Associates LLC at 337 Front Street pursuant to the 5-year tax exemption and abatement law and Chapter 115B of the Dunellen Municipal Code. As these are introductions, they will be read, motion second, and then no discussion. They'll be on file with the clerk's office and online for the period of time until our next council meeting on June 2nd, in which the public has an opportunity to come, ask questions and make comments. Mayor and council then have an opportunity to discuss and then make the determination on whether it should be adopted or not. Pertaining to 2025-14, we will have our legal team here to answer any questions pertaining to what the 5-year tax exemption is for this specific project. So without further ado, can I have a motion and second on 2025-13?
Move it, Rios.
Second, Sigmund.
Roll call.
Mrs. Albertson,
Yes.
Mrs. Lance,
Yes.
Mrs. Rios,
Yes.
Mr. Scott,
Yes.
and Mr. Sigmund.
Yes.
Can I have a motion and second on 2025-14?
Move it, Sigmund.
Second, Rios.
And roll call, please.
Mrs. Albertson,
Yes.
Mrs. Lance,
Yes.
Mrs. Rios,
Yes.
Mr. Scott,
Yes.
and Mr. Sigmund.
Yes.
Item number 6 on the agenda is adoption of ordinances. Tonight, we have 2025-12, an ordinance to add a new chapter 39 municipal flag lowering policy to part 1 administrative legislation of the Borough Code. Can I have a motion and second, please?
Move it, Sigmund.
Second, Albertson.
At this moment, we will open the floor to the public regarding 2025-12 alone. And we ask that you please state your name and address and ask any question you may have. Or make comment. Without hearing any, we will close that portion of the meeting and open the floor to mayor and council to discuss 2025-12.
Yes, Mayor, I have something. Alex, and I, talked about this earlier. When it talks about the volunteers, so under the 39-2, it has numbers 1 through 3. It talks about the borough volunteers, and then in the next section, it also talks about volunteer members of the fire department and rescue squad. So just wondering about, I guess, the difference between borough volunteers and like fire department and rescue squad volunteers. Or if the fire department and rescue squad should be the upper section.
I see your point. Should that be should it be 3 past volunteer members of the fire department and rescue squad?
Yeah. It probably should be that way, it should be past, it should be present. So.
But it should-
be the same.
Yeah, I think it needs to be amended to specifically, are we honoring any borough volunteer, like anybody from MTAPs or Arts and Culture, or are we only gonna reserve it for volunteer emergency services?
I think it should be any volunteer. We put something similar in the past, like whether it was, or specialty on the recognition, you know, so. I think any, but it's volunteer, you know, in the organization.
Okay, so Council President Sigmund's point does stand that it needs to be edited appropriately. And we're assuming that borough employees also encompasses police department.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't need to be specific on that because they're encompassed in there.
And make the recommendation.
We're past the public comment on this part, sorry. Unless is that appropriate that we can open the floor for him?
If the council is open to the discussion, you can reopen the public hearing.
Council. Okay, we'll open the floor to you, Chief Best.
Maybe the way to word that is that it be, borough volunteers and, members of the Defender Fire Company and the Dunellen Rescue Squad. But I believe technically we're not borough volunteers, we're a separate organization. True. While volunteers on the other divisions are the fire company and the fire department.
Okay, so if we wish to amend this and table it, can we
I have to reintroduce
just,
it.
we'll reintroduce it in motion?
We'll
So-
revise it.
Okay, so can we have a motion and second to revise and reintroduce and then a roll call with that, please?
Move it, Sigmund.
Second, Lance?
Those were good points, thank you.
Yeah. Makes
And
sense.
thank you, Chief Best, for your recommendation.
Mrs. Albertson,
Yes.
Mrs. Lance,
Yes.
Mrs. Rios,
Yes. Mr. Scott?
Yes.
and Mr. Sigmund.
Yes.
I would, maybe we consider something along the lines of language of emergency services inclusive of Dunellen Police Department, Dunellen Fire Department, and the Dunellen Rescue Squad. So this way you don't even have to say volunteer, you're including emergency service. Well, then and also OEM starts to think so. Okay, perfect. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Okay, item number 7 on the agenda is resolutions. We have resolutions 112 through 212 to 214. And Mrs. Stats will read through them and give us a chance to ask any questions if we so choose.
Resolution number 212 is to pay the bills.
Move it, Sigmund.
Second, Albertson?
Mrs. Albertson,
Yes.
Mrs. Lance,
Yes.
Mrs. Rios,
Yes.
Mr. Scott,
Yes.
and Mr. Sigmund.
Yes.
Resolution 213 is to amend resolution from February 18th, 2025, number 117, approving car show for the Dunellen Downtown Management Organization.
Move it, Sigmund.
Second, Rios?
Mrs. Albertson,
Yes.
Mrs. Lance,
Yes.
Mrs. Rios,
Yes.
Mr. Scott,
Yes.
and Mr. Sigmund.
Yes.
Resolution 214 is awarding a contract to Earth Planters LLC for the purchase of self-watering hanging baskets and street vases at a cost not to exceed $11,206.
Move it, Sigmund.
Second, Albertson?
This needs to be amended. Because the account for this cannot be coming from 150 North Avenue, because those funds were specific for the rapid beacon lights. It has to come from one of the other accounts for community benefits.
Okay.
There's a redevelopment for 150 specific for my, oh, or is it the 20?
26.
Got it. I apologize.
So
Okay,
Scott put that number.
that's, that is my fault. I admit when I am wrong, I am wrong. I thought it was related to the 37 that they gave for the rapid beacon light. I do apologize. Okay, no, it's correct, everyone. It's correct. It's correct on there.
That's his good benefits, folks.
Okay, I'll take a roll. Mrs. Albertson,
Yes.
Mrs. Lance,
Yes.
Mrs. Rios.
Yes.
Mr. Scott,
Yes.
Mr. Sigmund.
Yes.
And this will be a pilot program to see if, how they go, how they are, they last with everything, and then we'll consider in the future going throughout the entire, okay.
Yeah.
And these were the ones that DDMO approved.
Right.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. Okay, item number 8 on the agenda is the consent agenda. We have resolutions 215 to 222. I ask council now if there's any resolution you wish to pull, please review and let us know. And if there is, we will pull it and then vote the others as a consent. And if not, we'll just fully vote as a consent. Have one? Oh, it looked good. Okay, without hearing any, we're gonna take a roll call for a motion in a second, please.
Move it, Sigmund.
Second, Rios.
Okay, roll call.
Mrs. Albertson,
Yes.
Mrs. Lance,
Yes.
Mrs. Rios,
Yes.
Mr. Scott,
Yes.
and Mr. Sigmund.
Yes.
Okay. Item number 9 on the agenda, council reports. Councilwoman Albertson.
None for me tonight.
Okay. Councilwoman Rios.
Yes. Public Works has completed the installation of the Hometown Hero banners and American flags throughout the downtown area. This cherished tradition honors the many heroes who have served our country. Additionally, Public Works has finished the annual monument cleaning at Washington Memorial Park. HARSA, during the week of May 5th, HARSA, in coordination with our Public Works foreman, Rich Perker, oversaw a sewer lateral repair on Whittier Avenue as part of the New Jersey American Water Project. Board of Ed. The Board of Education's budget is now available for public viewing on their website. The next Board of Ed meeting will be held on Monday, June 10th at 7 p.m. Dunellen Public Library, music story time is held every Thursday and Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Teen Gaming Club meets every Wednesday after school for video and board games. First-time home buyer workshop with Susanna Matos will take place on Tuesday, June 4th at 6 p.m. Registration is required. Library closures. The library will be closed on Saturday, May 24th and Monday, May 26th in observance of Memorial Day. Voting reminder, the Dunellen Public Library is now an official polling location. A drop box for mail-in ballots is also available on site. Save the date. Stay tuned for more information on our upcoming summer reading kickoff events. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Scott, which is gonna go in order. So-
Threw you for a loop tonight, and I'm not gonna be as chipper as Councilwoman Rios here. For DPW, the crews routinely clean the downtown area in the borough parks and properties, weekly lawn maintenance of the borough parks and properties, maintaining the ball fields. On May 14th, the crew stayed in for flooding issues and road closures. The crew cleared the catch basins after the heavy rainstorms last week. Some of the members also walked the streams last week and cleaned out the trash trap after the heavy rain. Continue to pick up bags and branches around town. And as a reminder, May is the last month for leaf pickup. Maintaining the street sweeping schedule, and a reminder to residents, please do not leave your cars on the streets. That will be swept according to the schedule and ensure a clean curb line. For the mechanics division, they service the police fleet as they come due for maintenance and breakdowns. Diagnose car 509 for an engine total replacement based on a severe knocking noise during operation. They removed the old engine, stripped all accessories, transferred to the new engine, installed the new motor, tested and confirmed repairs, and followed the GM guidelines for the break-in of the new engine. Service the DPW fleet as they come due for maintenance and breakdowns, serviced all the lawn equipment for continued operation throughout the season. And Public Works will have its additional household rubbish drop-off June 11th from 12:30 to 6 p.m. and June 14th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The drop-off is for residents would pay to drop off their household rubbish, $25 for a carload, $50 for an SUV or a minivan, $75 for a pickup or a van. ID is required to prove residential status, and all drop-offs must be prepaid at the clerk's office before the event. And the event is not open to contractors. And as a note on that, as always, the free regularly scheduled annual roll-off events are Sundays or Saturdays, take that back, Saturdays in September and October. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Lance?
Yes, for the Recreation Department. This spring has been really busy with activity in the recreation programs with 47 athletes involved in tennis, 60 players in baseball, 22 softball players, and 81 open soccer athletes. So in total, 210 children participated in spring sports this year. The Recreation Department is grateful to all the coaches who helped make these activities possible. Join us for the annual Memorial Day Parade next Monday, May 26th. Come and celebrate our annual Memorial Day Parade starting at 10 a.m. A ceremony will follow at Washington Memorial Park. If your organization is interested in marching or featuring a float in the parade, please reach out to Recreation Program Coordinator Kelly Cedar at kcedar@dunellenborough.com. Let's come together to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice. And summer camp registration is now open. Registration for summer camp is available, so if you're interested, please visit the recreation website to enroll your child. The camp is designed for ages 5 to 12 and will run from June 16th to August 15th. This 9-week camp promises endless fun featuring field trips, daily outdoor and indoor activities, as well as an exciting water games. Don't wait, register today as spots are filling up quickly. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Council President?
Yes, the Mayor's Traffic and Pedestrian Safety Task Force is continuing now its second annual Walk to School Wednesday initiative. Although the last 2 Wednesdays and possibly this Wednesday will be rainy, we will not be holding that against the students who participate. So when you walk to school, we can still punch your cards, and there will be more pizza provided this year as we did last year. And that is all for me.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So update from the Middlesex County Recycling, the MCIA this past week. Alex Miller and Rich Herkert attended a meeting with the MCIA about the ACL program, so the automotive single arm. A 95-gallon 2-wheel recycling container will be delivered to each home in the borough between June 9th and July 25th. Residents can start using the 95-gallon recycling bins for the August 6th recycling pickup. MCI noted that these bins cannot be used for recycling pickup before August 6th. As the crew will still be using the backload trucks. The 95-gallon bins will take all types of recycling in one container. Residents should cut their cardboard to fit in the bin. The trucks also has a camera to see what is being dumped from the bin into the truck, which will be good because then they can see if they dump anything on the street. Residents can keep the old recycling bins for their use or throw them out. They're not recyclable themselves. That's government for you. Okay. Reduce, reuse, and throw it out, apparently. Jeez. Okay. What? It is, it's counterproductive. Sorry. Oh, brother. Walk and talk with the mayor. Join me on Saturday, June 7th for our monthly walk and talk with the mayor, well, me, at Columbia Park, 9:30 a.m. Please join us. I always enjoy walking with Denise, but I think she's getting bored being the only one talking with me, and I'm definitely getting bored talking to myself. So take advantage of this opportunity because you get to talk to me face to face and not just talk on Facebook. Walk to School Wednesdays. Mayors, did you report on that? I might have missed that. The walk, thank you. Okay, so I'll scratch that. Okay, Memorial Day, now serious. The Borough of Dunellen's annual Memorial Day Parade and ceremony is coming up a week from Monday, May 26th, the parade will begin at 10 a.m. on New Market Road between Dunellen Public Library and the American Legion and will conclude at Washington Memorial Park, where the ceremony will take place. The route and road closures during the parade have been posted to our social media pages and our website. The route is the same as previous years, and roads along the route will reopen as the parade has fully passed through. We look forward to honoring the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Second Street Phase 1, which is the DOT project, and the Mill and Pave project from Dunellen and Middlesex border to Madison Avenue. You may have noticed curb installation for the Mill and Pave project between Schwartz Place and the Dunellen Middlesex border was completed this past week. The Borough of Dunellen fully funded this project, and with it, we are trying to match the most of the work that is being done on Second Street through the DOT project. The Second Street DOT project between Schwartz Place and Madison Ave started this past week with the removal and replacement of severely damaged curbs, which will continue over the next 2 weeks. And every driveway is having an apron? Okay. Klein Place, good update on this. The infrared pavement repairs were performed and CME, our engineers, coordinating with the contractor to repair chipped curbs and pavement cracks. Some pavement crack is normal just because of how things go. What they do is they put that rubberized stuff on it, right? Okay. And if you drive down Klein Place, it doesn't look like they ever had to cut it for the repair. So it actually looks pretty good. Not what they did on Oak Parkway, which will be replaced itself. Okay. I'm in rare form tonight. Okie doke. Council discussion. Anything to discuss this evening? And that was on the agenda. Was there any? It wasn't? What was that? Which is? They have not gotten approval through zoning because it's been noted to them that it can't be storage. So they have to build a space in which it would be stored in the back, and the front has to look like a showroom, a display place. To date, I don't believe that has happened. So if you could just follow up with zoning and code, I'd appreciate it. And I think Councilwoman Lance would certainly appreciate it. They have been working on it. So if they don't do anything and there's a violation, it has to go through court at this point, but they can't technically open their doors until it's the way the shop's supposed to look in there. Yep.
Sorry. Does the signage also have to change then to reflect the current business?
Which should probably at the point of operations. Can you double check that too? That's a good question. It's an interesting situation because that property is also listed for sale, so it's we'll see what happens. Okay, and if you could follow up with us, thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Item number 11, department head reports. Clerk's office registrar.
Yes.
Just a reminder that Lincoln Middle School is no longer a polling location. The new polling locations are as follows: District 1 and 2 at the Senior Center, Districts 3 and 6 at the Firehouse, and Districts 4 and 5 at the Public Library. Tomorrow, May 20th, is the last day to register to vote in New Jersey for the upcoming June 10th primary election.
Thank you. Legal?
No reports.
How's it going in communications there, Mr. Billy? Still communicating? Good work. Administration? Nothing? Police?
Okay,
Okay, thanks, Lieutenant. How's Rescue Squad doing?
just in April, we responded to 26 calls, 2 of them being motor vehicle accidents, and just as part of the report. In the upcoming weeks, we have 3 EMTs that will be returning to town from college. They'll be here responding all during the summer.
Oh, that's great news. Good work. Thank you.
Two of them are recently just passed the tests at their colleges.
God bless. Thank you. And I know we have to set up a meeting with Alex and get things situated there, so we will get that done. Okey doke. No other department heads are here this evening. Public comments, item number 12 on the agenda. We just ask if you are a member of the public, either online or here in person, please state your name and address, and we're here to listen to your concerns.
It says it have to do with the rescue squad, Jeff Best, 401 Madison Avenue, at our church at 401, at 100 Bound Brook Road in Middlesex. On every Tuesday and Thursday, we are providing, food meals for anybody that needs it to come. People can start coming around 2 o'clock in the afternoon when the, food comes in. Right, so if we have anybody that needs it in town,
That's very kind and generous, and we appreciate you letting us know and those in the town that might need that due to food insecurity. So thank you, Chief. Or would that be Pastor Best? Pastor Best. Thank you. God bless you for doing that. Okay, any other members of the public? Without hearing any, we will close that portion of the meeting. Item number 13 is resolution 223. Whereas the Open Public Meetings Act NJSA 10-4-6 permits the closing of meetings to the public under certain circumstances, and whereas there exists such a circumstance, and whereas authorizing the Borough Council to go into executive session to discuss litigation, after which action may be taken, and whereas minutes of the executive session will be kept and will be released when the matters under discussion during the executive session are no longer confidential. So therefore be it resolved by the Borough Council to enter into executive session. So can I have a motion and a second, please?
Move it, Sigmund.
Second, Lance.
Roll call, Mrs. Stats?
Mrs. Albertson?
Yes.
Mrs. Lance? Mrs. Rios?
Yes?
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
And Mr. Sigmund.
Yes.
Okay, we are going to prepare to go into executive session. For those the public is welcome to join us back afterwards. If you don't, June 2nd, 2020, clearly 2025 at 7 p.m. online in these chambers is our next council meeting. So we're going to give a 2-minute recess in order to set up for executive session. Thank you.